Morning students, I am a social teacher. Today we are going to see a new lesson from history, the Middle Ages. In this history part, already we completed 5 lessons. Now we are going to start the 6th lesson, Middle Ages. In this lesson, we are going to discuss about the birth of Islam and what are the causes and traces the background of the birth of Islam, and also we are going to discuss about the powerful kingdoms of Arab like and Ottoman empires and their contribution to the spread of Islam and their culture in the world. So another thing we are going to discuss about the feudalism in the Middle East age. In the Middle Ages, the feudalism was arose. This feudalism created a number of feudal groups and other empires. So these are the things we are going to discuss today's class. This first one, the Islam and the rise of Islamic empire. The Islam is a religion. Is in India, it is one of the minority religion, but in one of the time, it was a major religion in the world. So here, who founded this religion and what are the contribution for the Islamic empire to the world? These are the things we are going to discuss. Prophet Muhammad established Islam. So here the founder of the Islam was Prophet Muhammad, who he established Islam. Islam gave a message of brotherhood. So here the all Islamic peoples are treated as a brothers and sisters, that is we called it brotherhood. Muhammad laid stress on the equality of all those who are Muslims. So here the Muhammad Nabi, he called them Muhammad Nabi, and here the Prophet Muhammad, he laid a stress on the equality of all those were Muslims. This message of equality and the brotherhood had a great appeal not only for the Arabs and also the other peoples, also the other religious, other Muslims in the world also, and also he divided into warring tribes. So here that in the before that the Arabs peoples, that mean those who were divided into warring tribes, but also for people in other parts of the world. So however, faced with the persecution in the place of birth, Muhammad and his followers moved to the city of Yathrib. So here the other groups they planned to kill Muhammad Nabi or Prophet Muhammad. So that is why they moved from one their place and they settled in another place that is called Yathrib. The fight of Muhammad from Mecca in 1622 is called Hijrah in Arabic, and in honor of his coming, the people of Yathrib renamed the city Madinah and Nabi, the city of the Prophet. So, on the remembrance and to honor the coming of Prophet Muhammad, the people of Yathrib renamed the city Yathrib into Madinah and Nabi. That means the city of the Prophet. It is known as Medina. So now we call them that place as Medina. Muhammad died 10 years after the Hijrat. So by the time of his death, united under a common faith, the Arabs became a powerful force. So by the time of his death, all the Arabs becoming one and they become a powerful force. And another one that here the Arabian, you can see the Mecca. So it is the place he arrived. So Mecca, Abu Bakr and Umar, who succeeded Prophet Muhammad as Caliph or Caliph, both religious and temporal leader. So here the Caliph means the religious leader and a temporal leader, Abu Bakr and Umar. So they were the two successors of the Prophet and laid the foundation for the Islamic empire. In a short period of time, the Arabs defeated the both Eastern Roman Empire and the Sassanid king of Persia. So here the combined Arabian forces who defeated the Roman Empire and also they defeated the Sassanid king of Persia. Jerusalem, the holy city of Jews and Christians, was won by the Arabs and the whole of Spain and Persian came under the new Arab Empire. So here that Arabs not only conquered the Roman Empire and also they occupied the Jerusalem and Spain and Persia. That means the half of the Europe came under the control of the Arabs. Islam advocated the simplicity and equality. These two ideas impressed people fed up with the old order of oppression and exploitation. So here Islam advocated, the Islam religion Islam advocated the simplicity and equality. All are equal, all are should live the simple life. These two things and the two principles inspired the people, and the number of people inspired by the speeches and the principle of the Islam, and they converted to Islam. And also the older uh, of oppression and exploitation were governed. The Arabs easily overran many regions. That means the Arabs conquered a number of religions and it overtook the number of religions, and it spread fastly. Egyptians and had suffered much under the Roman Empire, and so they opted for the Arabs, led by the general Tariq. And Arabs, after conquering Morocco and Africa, crossed into Europe and to Spain with their rule for many hundreds of years. Here that the Arabs also occupied Morocco and Africa, the African continent. It also one of the most important continent. It has a natural resources and also the famine also. The Arabs until then largely nomad from the desert became the rulers of mighty empire. They were called Saracens for Sahara and Nazim, the dwellers of the desert. That means the dwellers of the desert. The birth of Sunnis and Shia sects we will discuss. This is the Sunnis and Shia. They are the two sect of the two group and the two division of the Arabs. We will discuss it later. Here the rule of Umayyad or Umayyad dynasty. Already we know that Omar was the caliph, and here the caliph belonged to the branch of Muhammad's family known as Umayyads or Umayyads. So here the caliphs, after the death of Prophet Muhammad, the two successors were there. The one of the successors were Omar. So they belong. They created the caliph. The caliph should be the member of Muhammad's family. They are known as the Muhammad or Muhammads or Umayyads. Ruled for about 100 years. Damascus was their capital. Though Damascus was their capital of Umayyads, they developed a new style of architecture known as the Saranic architecture. So here that Arabs or the Muslims introduced a new or developed a new style of architecture that is called Saracenic in architecture. The arches, the pillars and the minarets and domes came to India later and blended with Indian ideas. So here the Arabs architecture also introduced in India, and Arab architecture and Indian architecture combined together. They created the new style of architecture that reflected in the India. So you can see the Saracenic architecture. You can see the number of white buildings, tall buildings, and beautiful paintings and the tombs. You can see in the picture. The Muslim Arabs carried Islam far and wide. So here that the Muslims Arabs spread the Islam into other far part of the world, but while they were fighting a distant land, the Arab at home were quarreling. Ali, the son-in-law of Prophet Muhammad, and his son Hussein were murdered. So here that Arabs fighting for distant lands, and also they cannot protect and preserve their own kingdom, religion, region. Umayyads were overthrown by Abbasids. This branch descended from Prophet Muhammad's uncle Abbas, and his followers were called Abbasis. So here Umayyads were overthrown by Abbasids. So Abbasids was the another family. So these peoples occupied the city, and these Abbasids were the Prophet Muhammad's relatives, that means uncle of Prophet Muhammad. The role of Abbasids. So here, Abbasids' role began in 750 AD, assuring the title of the Commander of the Faithful. Abbasids Caliph wielded authority as any other emperor. The Abbasids tried to rival the old empires in their splendor. The capital was shifted from Damascus to Baghdad in Iraq. So here the one of the most important thing of the Abbasids was that they transferred their capital from Damascus to Baghdad in Iraq. So Baghdad was one of the famous capital and famous city of Muslims that time in that time. So here the Baghdad city. Baghdad, a city known as the city of Arabian Nights, was a vast city of palaces and public offices and schools and colleges and great shops and parks and gardens. The merchants carried on the vast trade with the east and west. Visit came to Baghdad from all over the world, especially learned men and students and artists. Nehru glimpse of world history. So here the glimpse of world history. So all the things are in the Baghdad. It is one of the most important and inspiring city of Baghdad. Arab scholarly pursuits. Abbasid Caliph did not attempt to conquer new land. Instead, they tried to consolidate the empire. So there was a difference between the Arabs and the Abbasids. So Arabs, they wanted to conquer the world, and also they spread the religion. But here the Abbasids did not attempt to conquer the new land. But instead of this, they tried to consolidate their empire. They were more interested in the scholarly pursuits. The Arabs had a scientific spirit of inquiry in some subjects like medicine and mathematics. They learned much more from India. In there is some field, that means the medicine and mathematics, the Abbasids are learned from India. Many students from Arab went to Taxila to learn medical education. So that means India was one of the most important city, and it's the famous in medicine and mathematics. Number of experts were in the Taxila University. That is the reason the other students from the world came to India and learned. By that time, Taxila was a popular medical university. Indian scholars and mathematicians came in large number to Baghdad. Sanskrit books on medicine and other subjects were translated into Arabic. In medicine and surgery, Arab physicians and surgeons earned a great reputation. So the growth of Arabs, medicine and mathematics, for that one thing is behind, that is called Indian medicine and mathematics. From India, Indian medicine and mathematics, the Arabs learned many things and they were experts in medicine. Okay, children, today's class is over. If you have any doubt, you can call me. Thank you.